All right? Bill, this is for you. I got my map out, all right? Now, this isn't water. This is actually a desert. They just shaded it gray. Here's Judah. Here's the land of Babylon. Now, taking them into exile would go along the Great Trunk Road. They would bring them over here because right in the middle, you have this desert. Deserts are hard to pass by. And when you think of wilderness in the Bible, often it says, make a path in the wilderness, prepare the way. We sometimes think of Big Creek Park or Wyoming or something like that. When the Bible talks about wilderness, it talks about this. That's the wilderness in the Bible. Like when David's running in the wilderness, he's not building like a tree fort, right? He's in the wilderness. And when the text says, prepare the way of the Lord, it is God is making a highway in the desert so that he can come to his people. If you think back to that map, God is making a way to get to his people. And that's why verse 4 says this, every valley will be lifted up, every mountain and hill will be made low. The uneven ground shall become level, and the rough places a plain. I mean, it would be reasonable to suggest there's no way you can get through the wilderness. There's no way you can get through the desert. I've got news for you. Physical topography is not a problem for God. He will come to his people. No mountain is too high, no valley is too low, no rugged terrain is too difficult for him to pass. We forget about the power of God in rescuing his people. Some of us come up with our own mountains and valleys. I don't know if God can do something in my life now that I'm divorced. I don't think God can work in my life anymore because I've had a problem with drugs. I've murdered someone. I've had an abortion. I've had an affair. I've neglected my spiritual life for way too long, and there's no way that God can get to me now. Brothers and sisters, of course those things are sinful. But let me remind you, no obstacle is too great for God that he cannot come to his people. God comes and he forgives sin and he can save. And when God shows up, his glory is revealed. Verse 5.